Do you ever come across a nice sauce jar that you just hate to throw away? And you think, but what am I going to do with it if I keep it? Well, I'm going to show you how to turn it into this little beauty that can be used for a gift container or simply decoration. First, I locate the expiration date. Usually it's on the lid, but sometimes it's directly on the jar. If this is the case, I simply swab a little nail polish remover over the ink and it will come right off. Rubbing alcohol works too, but it takes a little longer. Next, I soak the jar in warm soapy water. Soaked long enough, the labels will come right off. For more stubborn glue, I just use warm soapy water and a plastic scraper. I don't worry too much about a hint of residue since it will get covered up in a later step. Now I can run the jars and lids through my dishwasher. Removing labels before putting them in will save me the hassle of having to retrieve bits of paper from inside my machine. Likewise, I use a tub and drain strainer in the sink. I don't want those clumps of paper going down my drain. Next, I use a flexible ruler to get the numbers for the height and circumference. I either draw or print out the measurements, creating a template that will slip inside the sheet protector. Now, taking some gel medium, I'm using golden soft gel gloss here, I'll scoop out about 10 dollops with my palette knife. I spread that evenly over the template, making sure to reach all edges. It should be fairly even. Any thin areas could tear later when you pull it up to handle it. Taking the colors I used for the jar, I sprinkle them evenly over the gel medium. Then I take the handle end of a brush and start swirling the colors together, making sure to extend the swirl pattern to all edges. I set it aside to dry in my drying rack. It'll take 24 to 48 hours to dry, depending on the thickness of the gel and the paint. Meanwhile, I can work on the lid, which I put in a cardboard box to contain the spray paint. I usually do this part outside and wear a mask. I use Rust-Oleum Ultra White Double Coverage Matte Finish, which I find allows the acrylic paint to stick to the lid. I give both sides of the lid a couple of coats and allow for dry time in between. An important note here, spraying the inside of the lid is the only way I have found to get rid of the residual food funk. That smell that soaks up and hides in the rubber seal. Trust me, I've tried everything to get rid of it. So spraying the inside of it should take care of that problem. Now I take the same colors that I used for the jar and alternate dabbing them on with a sponge, allowing for dry time in between, until I reach the desired effect. Now I can get back to the acrylic skin. I know it's pretty much ready when the back side of the gel is clear with no foggy white areas. I can still see a little cloudiness here, but it's mostly clear, so I know it's good to go. Now I can peel the skin off the sheet protector and use the template to trim it down to size. I like to do a trial wrap around the jar before using adhesive to make sure my edges are straight and the ends will line up at the seam. Now, after any adjustments that I need to make in the trimming, I spread some craft glue on the back of the skin and then wrap it around the jar into its permanent placement. There may be gaps or holes in the acrylic skin caused when the swirls are created in the gel. If this happens, I just brush or scrape on a little gel medium over those spots and it will dry clear, be unnoticeable, and keep the jar from showing through. Finally, I use a Tim Holtz decorative knob to finish off the look. I like the smaller size of these, and they attach with a nicely finished shortened screw. Using a nail that's a similar diameter to the knob screw, I poke a hole in the center of the lid and attach the knob tightly. To complete the lid, I like to buff the inside with a paste wax, such as the kind used to seal chalk paint. This helps keep the spray paint from sticking to the rim of the jar, which can happen with humidity. And there you have it. That's my technique for upcycling jars that I've been doing for several years now. I haven't quite found any others like these, but I'm sure I will see them now. But remember, you saw it here first. If you find that maybe this will be too much hassle to do to make some of these for yourself, you can always go to my shop, and I have several in stock, and I just can't seem to stop making these. So if you found this useful or entertaining, please like and subscribe, and thank you so much for watching. Bye!